It was a super Sunday for Americans. While Kamala Harris spent her 60th birthday with churchgoers, Trump was busy serving fries with political jibes. Hello and welcome to another episode of America Decides. Donald Trump made a surprise appearance at McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Dressed in a black and yellow apron, Trump fried controversies with French fries and questioned Kamala Harris's claims of working at McDonald's during college. Take a look. Donald Trump has done it again, this time taking a break from the campaign trail to man a fry station at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Yup, you heard that right. In true Trump fashion, the 78-year-old donned a black and yellow apron over his signature white shirt and red tie to serve some fries, with a side of political jabs, of course. It was all part of a campaign stunt aimed at his opponent Kamala Harris, who says she worked at McDonald's in her college days. Trump, never one to miss a chance to stir the pot, has been casting doubt on Harris's fast food experience despite, offering no evidence.
Look, here's the story. Ready? I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's. I really wanted to do this all my life, and now I'm going to do it because she didn't do it.
But here's where it gets interesting. Trump didn't just talk about McDonald's, he got hands-on. After a quick lesson from an employee on how to dunk the fries, Trump was in action, filling takeaway bags and doing it, according to him, like a pro.
I love McDonald's. I love jobs. I like to see good jobs. And I think it's inappropriate when somebody puts down all over the place that she worked at McDonald's. It was a big part of her resume that she worked at McDonald's, how tough a job it was. She specifically worked at the French fry, where they make the French fries, and she talked about the heat. It was so tough. She never worked at McDonald's. McDonald's just confirmed that again, by the way. She never worked at McDonald's. In other words, she's lying, Kamala.
Of course, Trump being Trump, he didn't miss a chance to marvel the fry scooping process. The germaphobe was fascinated by the tool used to serve the fries without ever touching them. He even tossed in a fun little detail about salt.
I love salt. Wait a minute, I spilled some. I'm very superstitious.
But the moment wasn't all about fries and seasoning. Reporters reminded Trump that it was Kamala Harris's 60th birthday that same day. And with that, Trump wrapped up his fry station debut, leaving with a quip and of course some social media buzz. As the campaign heats up, one thing's for sure, Trump's not afraid to mix a little McDonald's with his political menu. Vice President Kamala Harris celebrated her 60th birthday on Sunday. Superstar Stevie Wonder sang his famous happy birthday song for her. Kamala said it was a dream come true during her campaign trail.
And my final point is to thank the great Stevie Wonder because if one were to ever have a life dream, people talk about a bucket list. I think I have just checked off a whole big one. To have Stevie Wonder himself sing me happy birthday. So I am truly blessed.
Harris also attended church in Georgia and encouraged black congregators to vote.
In this moment, our country is at a crossroads. And where we go from here is up to us, as Americans and as people of faith. And now we ask a question. We face this question. What kind of country do we want to live in? A country of chaos, fear, and hate, or a country of freedom, compassion, and justice? And the great thing about living in a democracy is that we, the people, have the power to answer that question. So let us answer. Not just through our words, but through our action and with our votes.
The White House's address may be 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, but the real road to presidency runs through the state of Pennsylvania, the biggest prize among the electoral battleground map.
Pennsylvania, a state that has emerged as one of the most crucial battlegrounds in the 2024 US presidential election. The story behind Pennsylvania's significance goes back long before former President Donald Trump donned a McDonald's uniform to serve fries at a local franchise last Sunday. Pennsylvania, historically pivotal in the US War of Independence, is now a ground zero for the upcoming presidential race. Political experts predict a cliffhanger between Democratic nominee Kamala Harris and her Republican rival Donald Trump. To win the presidency, candidates need 270 electoral college votes, and each state contributes a different number. Pennsylvania has 19 electoral votes, while California holds 54 and Texas has 40. The Electoral College is composed of electors formed every 4 years, especially to vote for the President and the Vice President, as outlined in the Article 2 of the US Constitution. The number of electoral votes per state equals its 2 senators plus its representatives, totaling 535 electors across the country. While past voting patterns can predict support for candidates in most states, experts highlight 7 battleground states, including Pennsylvania, where the competition is fierce. These states are Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina. With changing political dynamics, both nominees now see Pennsylvania as a must-win. Thousands of volunteers from the Harris and Trump campaigns are flooding into the state to sway voters. Historically, Pennsylvania trended slightly blue, but it has become more purple in recent years, with close margins in elections. However, Democrat Josh Shapiro's recent 15-point victory in the 2022 governor's race indicates strong Democratic support. Pennsylvania on a whole reflects a microcosm of America. Its economy is shifting from manufacturing to newer industries, with a significant energy sector focused on fracking and agriculture as the second largest industry. The state is predominantly white but has growing immigrant communities. 12% of the population is black, just shy of the national average. Currently, Harris leads by less than 1 point, essentially a dead tie. In 2020, Joe Biden won the state by a mere 1.2 points. According to NBC News election desk, quote, Pennsylvania is emerging as the most critical battleground state in the 2024 election, unquote. Trump won the state by less than 1 percentage point in 2016, but lost it by about 1 point in 2020. Both campaigns are pouring substantial resources into Pennsylvania. They have made about 50 appearances over the past 3 months, more than any other swing state. In fact, 1 in every $4 spent on ads from September 1 to 20 went into Pennsylvania. That's according to Ad Impact. The Democrats aim to secure the blue wall, which includes Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, the Trump campaign is putting up a tough fight in all the 3 states, which he won in 2016. As the election draws closer, all eyes will be on Pennsylvania, where every vote counts.
A nail-biting race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is underway. But there are other contests set to unfold across the country, with the balance of power at stake, as 34 Senate seats are up for grabs. So let's take a look at 8 races to watch this elections.
When we fight, we win! God bless you and God bless you.
Thank you.
All eyes are on the United States presidential race as former President Donald Trump seeks to gain ground on Vice President Kamala Harris. But this election is about more than just the presidency. The general election on November 5 will determine which party controls both the chambers of Congress, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. Currently, Congress is split, with Republicans leading the House and Democrats holding the Senate. However, political analysts predict the Senate could shift to Republican control this election cycle, making its races critical to watch. Out of 100 Senate seats, 34 are up for vote this year. Currently, Democrats and allied independents hold a narrow lead with 51 seats. However, 7 of the 8 tightly competitive races are held by Democrats, raising concerns for their hold on the Senate. First up is Montana. Here, Democratic Senator Jon Tester faces a tough challenge from Trump-backed Republican Tim Sheehy. Despite Tester's 3 terms, recent polls show Sheehy leading as economic concerns grow in the state. Next, we turn to Wisconsin, which used to be part of the Democrats' blue wall. Democrat Tammy Baldwin, a long-standing political figure, is up against Republican Eric Hodey, who has invested heavily in his campaign and criticized Baldwin's record on spending. In Ohio, incumbent Senator Sherrod Brown faces a strong challenge from Republican Bernie Moreno.
My name is Bernie Moreno. I'm honored to be the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate from the great state of Ohio.
Polls show a tight race, with both candidates appealing to voters on issues like immigration and bipartisanship. Over in Nevada, incumbent Democrat Jackie Rosen is defending her seat against Republican Sam Brown, a military veteran with Trump's endorsement. Rosen has highlighted Brown's opposition to abortion and ties to the MAGA movement. In Pennsylvania, Democratic incumbent Bob Casey aims for a 4th term against Republican David McCormick. McCormick has attacked Casey's political experience, while Casey counters with his legislative record. The state of Michigan is also in play. With Democrat Debbie Stabenow retiring, the race has opened up. Elissa Slotkin is running against Republican Mike Rogers, both vying for a seat that could swing either way. In Arizona, Democrat Ruben Gallego and Republican Carrie Lake are competing for the seat left vacant by retiring Senator Kristen Sinema. Gallego has maintained a lead, but the race has tightened as Election Day approaches. Finally, in Texas, incumbent Senator Ted Cruz is facing a challenge from former NFL player Colin Ollett. While Texas remains a deep red state, shifting demographics and Ollett's campaign could pose a threat to Cruz. As the election draws closer, these Senate races will be crucial in determining the balance of power in Washington.
That's all for today. Tune in tomorrow, same time for another episode of America Decides.